しくて夜に溶け出す少年隊生命体由来年と向かって進め意味なくひたすらにただ追いかける僕らは惹かれ合う者たちああ僕らは光り合う者たち
Hi everybody, this is Kevin and welcome back to another anime review. And today I'm going to share my thoughts on Digimon Ghost Game episode 29, which I very much enjoyed because once again this is a Kiyoshiro and Jellymon centered episode. And as you guys know, they're my favorite pair of the whole series. And we got to see Jellymon's ultimate level evolution, Thetismon, but when you see the pictures of her, you'll be calling her Mamimon too, let me tell you. And really, Hiro and Roly are barely in the episode. There's an instance where Kiyoshiro is trying to contact them, and he can't because the villainous Digimon here is interfering with the cell phone. So they sort of show up towards the end, and it's just Kiyoshiro saving the day, which is why we get Jellymon's ultimate level form. So I also really enjoy this episode because it sort of parodies, or I guess you could say it pays homage to Stephen King's The Mist, if you ever seen that movie or read the book. I never read the book, I see the movie though. Where like the human characters are trapped in this shopping mall and it's surrounded by this poisonous mist, and like there's one guy who's in a hurry and he's like running out the door and you see him, he's like, oh, I can't breathe, and he falls down and the mist is infecting him, and so the villainous Digimon's name, let me get the names right, there's quite a few Digimon who appear in this one, but the villainous one is named Torapiamon, and it's like this tropical monster who has poisonous venom, and he sends the Dokugumon, who are like those spider Digimon you've seen in previous episodes. I think it was the one when we saw Gullis Gammon kill the big spider one a few episodes back. And also, I think they were henchmen of Odysee in the original series as well. So it sort of pays homage to the movie The Mist. And Kiyoshiro is in this shopping mall of Jellymon, and they're stranded there because they see the poisonous mist. And before all that happens, of course, Jellymon's being cute, like, oh, darling, doesn't this purse look good on me? And she's like trying to grab all these purses. And, because she's in her normal Digimon form, but I think she also was in her hologram form. So it almost looked like Kiyoshiro was talking to ghosts and stuff. And people were looking at him like he was crazy. And he's like, Jellymon, stop it. You gotta act normal in public. And, what I love so much about Kiyoshiro is he's a scaredy cat, right? He's afraid of everything. But at the end of the day, when he needs to step up, he always does. And he really does here. Because what happens is, as they're going through the shopping mall and seeing the Dokugumon, the little spider Digimon, they're finding all these people on the ground who are infected with poison and being attacked by the spider Digimon. And he sees this little girl crying. And, he comforts her. He's like, what's the matter, little girl? And she starts crying, like, oh, my mother. She was separated from her mother. So Kiyoshiro is determined to reunite her with her mother. And she actually pulls out an action figure and starts calling Kiyoshiro genius. And, she pulls out this action figure. It looks just like Kiyoshiro with the gray hair and everything. And she remarks that, Genius is this popular anime character. And Jellymon's, making fun of Kiyoshiro. Like, see, darling, you'll be an anime character at some point. And he really is. But, like, early on, too, he had, like, this episode where he was cosplay. You remember that one? So, that was pretty funny. And that sort of motivates him to help this little girl. And, he gets attacked by the Dokugumon. And he starts, like, talking about his taped up arm, right? He has this taped up arm. And he's mentioned in the past how he's like, you don't want me to unseal this arm, it'll unleash my true potential. And then he starts, like, rambling, integer overflow. And he almost turns into a different person where he's all courageous, ready to fight. And there's a scene when, what happens is to protect all the other people, he uses the Digivice to turn it into the digital world so that doesn't hurt the normal people. And he's ready to face Torapiamon, the main villain. And he trips, and it like turns him back to normal, and he's all afraid again. And then Jellymon is like, come on, darling, we gotta go. And there's also a scene, too, when he's very courageous, and Dokugumon is ready to attack this little girl, and he jumps in front of the little girl, and it like rips part of his sleeve off, and there's like this gash. You can almost see blood, like in Toei Animation showing blood in Digimon, which is like pretty fucking crazy. But anyway, I'll show you some of the screenshots. Some people on 4chan were making fun of the little girl's chubby cheeks. I mean, I thought she was cute. They were like this deformed mutant. You know, it's just meant to be a cute little girl, but you see she's got her chubby cheeks here. And it's just, it's hilarious. I don't have a picture of the action figure, but just take my word for it. She has an action figure with the same hairdo as Kiyoshiro called the Genius. So there he is being the scaredy cat, but eventually he does protect the little girl, and that's Dokugumon, right? Here's Dokugumon here if you're not familiar, but this guy's appeared in all the series before. So there he is. There's the gash right there. You can see like it's red. He's bleeding, man. They got blood in fucking Digimon, and he's protecting this little girl, and it's like, yeah, my dude is stepping up. I love it. So it cuts over to Hiro and Rolly, who, you know, Kiyoshiro's trying to call them, but there's interference to the cell phone because of the Digimon and the digital world and all that, affecting the digital devices. And they're trying to rendezvous with him anyway because they know that he's at the shopping mall, and they come across this guy, Harrismon, who's a friendly Digimon, and he just appears, so I thought that was cool. So he gets attacked by the Dokugumon and it infects him with poison. And you see his arms all fucked up and he's having a mental breakdown. And how he mentioned how he's all badass and courageous. He trips and he's like, what happened to my arm, Jellymon-sama? And she says, great, he turned back to normal. So eventually she grabs him and says, it's time to fight, darling, let's go. And he's like, no, we have to go. We can't fight this monster. So here's the monster too, Terapiamon, ultimate level form. Appeared in the original Digimon Adventure. Wow. I don't even remember this guy. I guess, yeah. Or is that Adventure 2020? I don't remember him in the original series. But there he is nonetheless. Where were we? And what happens is, you know, he's getting his ass kicked and he's getting infected by this. And his whole body's turning green. And he starts thinking how much of a weakling he is. But eventually he stands up and he's like, we gotta fight. And then hearing his resolve, Tesla Jellymon here digivolves into Thetismon, Mamimon. You look at her. And she has the ability to cure poison. And you see that's like her healing all around him. And so because she's going up against this poisonous Digimon, she's using her healing abilities to just nullify all the poison. And it turns the mist and all the humans back to normal. So, and then, you know, as all the endings do, it does kind of suck. He's like, oh, sorry, I was trying to find my friends. I was luring them here with this poison. And then he finds his friends and he just flies away. So it's like, what the fuck? But, you know, she defeats him. And then they all reunite here. And Rolly says, they're calling you a goddess, Jellymon. And we get this cute moment here, which I just love this. Is my face in the way? Let me just get rid of my face. Because it's like, oh, look at Jellymon and Kiyo, the two of them. So cute. And then here's the quote from Angoramon. The arrogant jellyfish is sometimes a goddess. All is right in the world. Aww. So, yeah, here's Thetismon. This is like the official artwork right there. And yeah, it was a good episode. I really enjoyed it. I liked Kiyoshiro stepping up. And just the way the music played, I couldn't find a screenshot of him lying on the ground, but as the music played, he's lying there, and then he's like, I gotta get up, and he gets up, and then you hear the music, and she digivolves into Thetismon, which I thought was awesome. And also, I found this meme, which I thought would be fun to share with you guys. Toei, Digimon Ghost Game will be episodic. Digimon Ghost Game is episodic. The Digimon fans, right? Because that's been one of my criticisms about the series being episodic, which it is, and, you know, I'll just accept it, because I can have fun with these episodes. I mean, I criticize my Odysee and those types of things, but this episode was a lot of fun. I'm a big fan of Kiyoshiro and Jellymon. I think if you enjoy those two, you'll enjoy this episode, and we'll see what happens next time. There was preview for the next few episodes. I didn't get a chance to read them yet, but they released synopsis of the next 4 episodes, so we'll see what happens there. And I'm just wondering, like, how long the series is going to go on for, because, you know, 29 episodes now, and I think Digimon 2020 was like 60-something episodes, so we'll see. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below, and stay tuned for more videos coming soon. Have a great day, everybody.